Okay. Uh, Looking at Facebook, looking at articles, and looking at things, especially by generally well meaning people in Thailand, Westerners in Thailand. I hear them make comments and say things about Buddhism. And the other morning, one was posted in Facebook about people giving uncooked food, rice in particular, to monks for them to cook at a later date. And the other one has to do with money. Okay, first of all, I'm not considering myself an expert, but I'm also not as misinformed as many people. The monks' rules of conduct, whether, and this is Theravadan monks, I don't know about other practices, but uh, is the Vinaya, and that's it. End of story. That lays out the 227 rules that a monk follows. Now, a certain number of those they're different in uh, importance or means. Some will get you you're immediately expelled from the bhikkhu sangha and going down to sort of the slap on the wrist. You shouldn't do that ones. The purpose of Vinaya is simply to teach monk how to conduct themselves. But every 2 weeks, monks are supposed to recite the Patimokkha. They also confess to stuff they did wrong during the previous 2 weeks. But in Thailand, okay, one of the people I like quoting or misquoting with some regularity is Buddhadasa, who was a rather famous, well known internationally Thai monk who from the south of Thai, and he died some years ago. But his the retreat center in Suwanmok is still there. But Buddhadasa said if what they're doing in Thailand was actually Buddhism, the whole country would be enlightened. Because, okay, what Thais will tell you is a lot of these, they add their tradition. In any place, people certainly, American way, the Canadian way, the Israeli way, the Thai, the Lao way, whatever. But at the end of the day, the rules still have to stand. It's like ties and golf. Ties very often have a special ball used for putting, which is totally against the rules. Ties, especially VIP type ties, very often don't like to bend down and all those things. So they hand, the putting ball to the caddy, or the caddy carries the putting ball and the ball. It's against the rules of golf. And ties, I don't know so much about other countries because I've been in Thailand for 20 years, Northeast Thailand, have, an odd way of creating their own rules. And when one creates their own rules, they're breaking the rules, generally speaking. Now, in Buddhism, the odd thing is, like Dhutanga monks, the ones I've spent the last 30 some years with, add a number of rules that are part of the Dhutanga or Tudong tradition, or Kamatana Dhutanga, as became not popular, but known through Ajahn Mun and his followers. And these are simply rules that make things more strict. They generally, uh, they sit on the floor and they eat out of their bowl, and they generally eat only one meal a day. Whereas, according to Vinaya, the monks having 2 meals a day, but being done by noon. And monks can't keep food overnight. Now, very often a Thai will tell somebody, "Oh, they're giving, so the monk can cook their own food." But what the person means is, okay, first of all, when it's given that way in the bowl, it's a symbolic thing, sai bat. When people sai bat, and the monks aren't going to cook their own food. What happens generally in Watts is there's a group of generally old women who go and make food in the morning in forest Watts because that's the way it's come to be. On Bindabat, monks are given a handful of sticky rice and some some whatever. And when they get back to the Wat, they return that to a big bowl where it's collected and handed out at a later date. But it's monks, according to the Vinaya, not according to me, are not allowed to cook their own food. According to the Vinaya, monks are not allowed to touch or have money. Now, people in Thailand will tell you, oh, this is the new Vinaya, or because it's modern times, the Vinaya. No, that's not true. This is what a Thai is saying, and it's simply not correct. And in Thailand, many monks are quite wealthy. And the other thing that happened in Thailand, the Buddhism in Thailand and the Sangha is under the direction of the Thai government, which is a bit bizarre. So in Thailand, there's ranks, like there's, Jiao Kana Changwat and the Supreme Patriarch and all that. Whereas in Buddhism, these things don't really exist. So, like so many things in Thailand, people will give you bits of information that are often they translated into English incorrectly, is something that happens quite often. The other thing is they have been taught incorrectly by the monks. Many of these monks want to get rich. Some of them, just because Buddhism is so prevalent in Thailand, or what's called Buddhism. There's another one that I often find quite funny. On Uposatha days or the moon days, everybody takes the 8 precepts as opposed to the usual 5 precepts that people are supposed to live by. And one of these precepts is not to wear jewelry or makeup or anything like that. And usually most of the ladies there that are reciting this are wearing heavy makeup, really heavy, make you sneeze and cough perfume, and bunches of gold. So it's become it should, I mean, it's ludicrous actually to say I undertake the training not to do this and this and be doing this and this as you recite it. But there's sadly, because what Thai Buddhism does is very often steals from the poor. It also steals from the rich, but getting poor to make donations, tambun, 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 which means make merit, but it's money to the Wat. In generally in Thailand, the city Wats are huge, beautiful, ornate things. Whereas if you go to the forest monasteries, they're built in the way the Buddha taught. They're only what's necessary. There's moderation. There are these things. So it's be careful when Thais or even Westerners who live in Thailand explain what's going on about Buddhism, because quite often their research is based on what a Thai told them, which, as I said previously, is quite often misspoken or incorrect because Thais have been taught incorrectly. But if you're going to interested in learning Buddhism, please go to places like Access to Insight, BuddhaNet, and also be aware that there are other Tibetan Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, Pure Land Buddhism, and all these other things. But when talking about Theravadan Buddhism, use something a bit more reliable and a bit more thought out than what a Thai says or writes. Okay, that's my bloviation on Buddhism versus Thai Buddhism. Y'all take care. Bye.